when I was really using a lot, and my physical and my mental state was just deteriorating all the time. The only thing I did was use smack. Everything else, food, eating, hygiene as well, just played, was second best to smack. And that was just all I did. Life was quite simple because all you needed to do was get your money and get your smack. It's hard when you're there and you think you're having a hard time, but it's like that's all you do basically. You don't go out to the pub, you don't go to the cinema, you don't try and pull birds or anything, you just do smack. And that's, it's just totally controls you. I was a slave to my addiction.
Kev grew up in a suburb of South Wales called Gobalfa. He had an active childhood and played a variety of sports. From a young age he was very inquisitive and was always seeking new thrills. At 13, Kev injured his knee and could no longer play sport. From there he began to seek excitement in other areas.
When I was 14, I started to hang around with a different crowd, started to smoke ganja and take mushrooms, and I thought I really enjoyed that time in my life. I was doing whatever I wanted and didn't really think of the consequences of my life. I just wanted to enjoy myself. I started soon after to steal cars and commit commercial burglaries, and started to get arrested by the police, got known by the police in my area.
At the time we realised that he was getting into trouble with the police, we were devastated, absolutely devastated. It got worse as the years went on, but we didn't realise that it could get worse. We really thought that that was as bad as it could be.
When he was 16, Kev bought a motorbike. Alongside his escalating and diverse drug use, Kev's thrill-seeking personality was once again satisfied. However, on the way home from work, Kev had an accident and seriously damaged his hip. He would spend the next 4 weeks in hospital.
During the time that he was in hospital, we found out yet again that he was in trouble with the police, that he was actually on bail.
My mother and father suspected that I was getting up to no good and decided to search my room. They found police bail sheets and decided they'd had enough and that I could come home from hospital for a week or so just to get a little bit better, but then I'd have to leave. I wasn't really too bothered at the time, and ended up moving in with a friend of mine, and it just gave me a lot more freedom to live the life that I was living at that time, to go out party, commit crime and take drugs basically.
Kev was now 16 and had moved in with an older friend. He started going to raves and nightclubs and soon developed an appetite for the drug-using lifestyle he was living. It was around this time that heroin got introduced to his area.
This is Gobalfa, where I grew up. Also the first place I tried heroin, at a mate's flat behind me. It was a place we used to go to score a joint. It was like a local chill out kind of place, a little party flat. And the one time I went there was this lad I had met before who was smoking smack. He was booting, and it was offered to me. And being inquisitive, I thought, yeah, go on, and I'll try that, give it a go. The lad who ran it for me said, "Oh, how do you feel?" I said, "I don't feel anything." And as I said that, it was just like sinking into a warm bath, where all your cares and your worries just drift away, and you're just in like a blanket of just feeling content and happy. And I suppose it removed me from the world, and I just felt secure.
From this point, Kev wanted more. Of all the drugs he had tried, he felt that this was the one for him. He found a dealer and began smoking heroin every day.
I didn't see the consequences of it. I didn't know the consequences of it. It was just something else. Yeah, I'll give this a go type of thing. I wasn't thinking at that time. You didn't have a clue where it would take me.